now have the home team coach, and we're going to start the session. Coach, maybe just, to start off, just your opening remarks, heading into that important match on Wednesday. Obviously, the two teams couldn't be separated in the first leg, and obviously also played last week, Friday, although it was in the league, and it was still, 0-0, but come Wednesday, there has to be a winner.
Yes, good morning to all. It was a tight one in the first leg, but we came out happy that we didn't concede a goal in Cape Town. We tried everything to win it, but it wasn't to be. And we just played them in the league. But now, yes, there has to be a win on Wednesday. We're going to go all out to get the result.
Okay, let me take the first question from the floor. Karabo, you can go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Fatu. Good morning, coach, and good morning to my colleagues as well. Coach, you haven't really scored in 450 minutes of football. That equates to 5 games. The last time you scored a goal was on the 22nd of August up against Royal AM. I'm sure that's a stat that really is scaring you, because this is a tournament that really needs you to score a goal for you to go to the next round. What have you done in the last couple of days to try and fix that so that you guys can at least score a goal and go to the next round? Thank you.
Yeah, if you look at the last game, the very last game, we had some moments where we got into the final third, we got into the opponent's box, but the final ball wasn't that good, and maybe we did not add the sufficient numbers to really get to the end of all the deliveries that we got there. Yes, I tried in training. We worked very hard in getting the right personnel on the park. Before we use speed, and when there's so much speed, then there's little thinking and little creativity. But we tried to balance things out. I wouldn't give away too much, but there's 1 or 2 changes up front to try and get that creativity, to try and get the elimination, to get behind the defenders, and obviously to get the numbers in there to score.
Thank you. And Mazola.
Thanks, Fatu. Morning, Coach Simo. Mazola from Sokala Duma. Coach, just a 2-pronged question. One on the injury update, and then the second one, your TV post-match comments on Friday caused a bit of a stir with you mentioning your philosophy, the games that you've been given. I just need to understand, maybe if you could clarify what you meant by that, because the assumption is that you and Coach Brendan, although he's on leave, you are meant to work together and have the same ideas and philosophy to some degree. Yes, there might be disagreements, but when you said you are trying to get the guys to understand your philosophy in the games that you've been given, that was a bit confusing from my end at least.
Okay, thank you for that question. Firstly, with the injury list, we in the couple of games we were missing Wandile Letlabeka. I'm happy to say that he's back. He might not start. He might start. I'm not too sure whether he will start or not start. But he's back, and I'm looking at us and confident that I have full complement of the squad. I have a very good working relationship with Coach Brendan. Obviously, I am supporting him as a first assistant, supporting his ideas, his methods. Obviously, you just mentioned, one member just mentioned now that we've gone so many hours without scoring. So I have a different way of doing things in terms of that as a person. So that does not say that we did not share the same ideas in terms of how we see the game, because the philosophy for me is just the behavior in certain moments, the behavior on the ball, behavior off the ball. and behavior in the final third, behave in the middle of the park, behave at the back in defense. So that's what I meant by saying I'm trying to get my ideas across. I'm trying to get that behavior. We need to be arrogant on the ball. We need to boss the game. We need to be relentless in defense. We need to have numbers there. We need to have numbers in the opponent's half when we attack, calculated numbers. So that's what I meant. But in essence, we have a very good relationship. And of course, as an assistant, I have to rally behind him in what he feels is right for the club.
Thank you, Coach. Zahir?
Hi, Coach Simo. Just a question: with both games going to goalless draws and unable to break the deadlock, have you guys been practicing penalties, or are you expecting it to go that route on Wednesday?
No, I expect Cape Town City to come at us. You could see in the last game they were a bit reserved, especially when we were in possession. They did not really press us, so they were waiting to catch us on the counter. They pushed numbers behind the ball. I think they left only Fakri Lake and is it Okajun, or sorry for that pronunciation, but they only left those guys up there and to catch us on the break because of their speed. And I don't see them doing the same in the league. I mean, in the cup game. And of course, because of my first game and the team hasn't been on a losing run, we're cautious as well. But I'm telling you, tomorrow we're going to settle the scores in the 90 minutes.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Coach. Colleagues, are there any other questions? Sbongs, I don't know, is that Sbongiseni?
Yes, that's me.
Go ahead, please.
Good morning, colleagues. Good morning, Coach. Coach Simo Sibongiseni from the Citizen. Just on the team at the moment, with the uncertainty, with the coach being suspended, with the rumors that he's not coming back, he's coming back, and all of that. Were the players made to understand the reasons behind the suspend or the leave given to the coach and all of that, and how did they receive it, and how is the mood? How were they responding to you taking charge for just the 2 games that you've been given? If you can just give us on that. Right.
What actually happened was Coach Brendan had a lengthy meeting with club's management, and after that meeting, I was called in to be told of the decision that both parties had reached, to say I will take control of the 2 games, and obviously, and it was taken across to everyone. And of course, you would expect that people were shocked, people were surprised, and then it will take time to sink in. It was a difficult task, and it still is a difficult task to get everyone on board in terms of the way forward. But I'm the past few training sessions, I've been looking at the players that really wants to play, that really wants to make a difference, that realizes that we have a problem, we are not winning games, and then everyone is trying to fit in and get the team into the right direction.
Thank you once again, Coach. I don't see any other hands. Colleagues, should I close the session, or do we still have other questions? Okay, Baden.
Yeah, thanks, Fatu. Coach, I'd just like to know personally, with regards to you, following up from Nazula's question, personally, how has this been for you, having a head coach being placed on special leave? And then also, what are your thoughts on the South African phenomenon where coaches are placed on special leave?
Well, this is a special case. Like I said, it's between the head coach and club management. What I was told by both parties, because I spoke to the coach, I spoke to management, they had agreed on that. So I don't know what was discussed in there, But they were in full agreement, and they even appealed to the other guys and the team that they support me until he's back. So I wouldn't really want to go into it because I don't have the details on what was discussed there. But yes, there were issues that they said they're going to work on outside the environment of the team.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to end it there. Mazola, just a quick one.
Yeah, but Coach, I just wanted to find out. Obviously, I think you've made about 13, 14 signings. Could that be a contributing factor to the slow start? You think? I know you are not there last season, but I'm sure you were able to you are able to compare, you know, the start from the previous season and the start to this campaign, which last season as well, the club, after being promoted, also made quite a number of signings, if not the same amount this season. Could that be a factor to try get the players to gel, given that, you know, naturally it does take a bit of time for that to happen?
I agree with you more. Yes, that has an influence on how we are doing things now. But like I said earlier on, every day in training, I'm looking at the team that is gelling. I'm looking at a team that is growing in confidence. And I'm looking at a team that is raring to turn the corner in terms of the results, in terms of all our shortcomings, the goal scoring and all of that. So yes, it takes a bit of time, and having as many new players in the team, obviously it will take time. But I think we are around the corner now.
Right, Mark Stradom.
Coach, hi, Mark Stradom, Times Live. One of those signings Mazola is referring to, Mwape Masonda. We know he struggled with game time in the Middle East. I think he's had 3 games yet to score, but we know he can be a reliable scorer. Just what is his sort of sharpness level, his match fitness level? Can he be a solution to the goal scoring problem at Swallows? And also just the signing of Nsuma Yellow in the lifeline that was given to him. Is there a chance he will play? Is he, I mean, he's been out for years. So I'm just wondering what his sort of level of game fitness is as well. Thanks, Coach.
Okay. With Mwape Musonda, his quality is second to none. He is a good player, but like you said, yes, he struggled for game time. We've been working on his fitness level. We've been working on his conditioning, but more especially his confidence. And I think he's a player that now can just score 1 goal and the rainfall. We'll see the rainfall after that 1 goal. So that's why we sparingly are using him. We're using him sparingly so that he gets the confidence back. He gets the feel of the ball. He gets the feel of the game. He gets the feel of his teammates, and they get to understand his strengths and of course his weaknesses. But yeah, he's up there. He's in the team now. He's going to start anytime soon. I'm looking forward to good performances from him. With regards to Njumayelo, he's working very hard. He's a humble boy. I think he's learned from whatever it was that was troubling him. It looks like he's living a clean life now, and he's a good human being. He brings so much into the team. Just the other day, we were playing a friendly match with Orlando Pirates. He showed the qualities that he possesses. And of course, there's stiff competition in the middle of the park. He must wait for his turn. I'm sure he will get a run somewhere in and around the league.
Okay, Coach, thank you very much. We're going to have to end it here, and all the best for Wednesday. Members of the media, thank you very much all for joining us.